What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you that were waiting for this live to start. We do have a few people in here already. Obviously, the majority of these intros for these live streams is for those that will watch on the replay. Today, I have a very special guest and a potential other guest that we'll bring on later, and who knows what else may happen, but no specific guidelines to what we're going to talk about today. Of course, we'll have a discussion at some point, I'm sure, about our new fragrances with Zaharoff, ZED Creators 2.0 collection. Talk about some random upcoming content, life, and scent of the day and all that stuff. Chop it up with you guys, field some questions from the live chat, and just have a good old time. So for those of you that didn't see the thumbnail, obviously I have my very good friend Justin Copeland on with me today, and should be a good time. I see we have a few people so far. As per usual, I would be remiss, being a fragrance content creator, if I didn't ask what's everybody's scent of the day. Definitely put in the chat what you guys are wearing. I actually did a review on this one today. I am wearing Mancera Oud Blue Notes. Lovely, lovely fragrance. Don't need a lot. I got 3 sprays and then an additional half spray on each side of the neck, because I don't really like to spray my clothes, especially with heavier fragrances like this or ones that wear kind of heavy. So I didn't spray my hoodie. I just have some neck action going on, and trust me, I smell myself very, very easily. I see we got Denim in the house, Jared, Lewis, Unaverage Joe, my main man, Sam, Josh, how are you guys? TF Patriot actually made it. You got the notification again. That's what I'm talking about. So let's see. What's everybody rocking? Finally catching a live before bed. La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique. That's a great one. I mean, showstopper. Signature tobacco. You can't go wrong there. Decant of La Mole Le Parfum. Gifting myself a bottle pretty soon. I can't blame you. Absolutely can't blame you. Dana Malik's in the house. Rich List, a latent clone. I've heard of that one. I have not tried it. Killian, Vodka on the Rocks. I want to say I've only tried that one time. I think I was actually with Justin when I tried that one. It might have been when they did the video with him, Anthony, and Andrea last year in Chicago, one of the Chicago trips. Signature Citrine. Can't go wrong there. What's going on, Ethan? Jeremiah, how are you? YSL Tuxedo. Again, can't go wrong. So as soon as Justin's situated, we'll go ahead and bring him on. He is hanging out backstage. Had a little bit of audio issue to fix. Seems to have gotten that fixed. Looks like he went away for a moment. He's going to reset the link. Kyle, what's going on? Savoir-Faire Soul Cafe. I've heard that's an amazing coffee fragrance. That one's, the hype has stayed consistent for a while in that one. Denim's wearing L'Homme EDP. I haven't tried the new Eau de Parfum. Let's see. Harrod. Oh, Haltane. There we go. I heard that's kind of like Oud for Greatness is what I was told. Kind of slightly more mass appealing than the already mass appealing, I guess you could say. Did Justin try San Andreas on skin? I don't know. Let's ask him. Mr. Justin Copeland, how are you, sir?
Yo, man, my timing is impeccable. I've been basically having issues this whole time.
I was watching you.
And I had to keep logging out, getting back in. I just went back in, and then you brought me on.
Well,
I couldn't hear anything for some reason.
When you had that bad angle like this, I was not about to click and push you on. I figured you were having some difficulties.
Yeah, it was audio stuff, but I think we're good now. Sorry, what is the question?
Jeremiah wants to know if you tried San Andreas on skin. I don't know the reference here.
I have no idea what that is.
Got me. I have no idea.
If you want to give us some elaboration, I'll be happy to answer the question. Signature
pour on. Just reading through some scent of the days. What are you rocking today, Justin?
I got nothing on yet. I just been working all day, just editing and whatnot. Sometimes I'll be testing stuff, but I just have not had a chance to get away from my computer. But I got a host of fragrances in front of me that
I'm surprised there's nothing on a wrist or on a hand or anything. Because I always have something somewhere. Yeah. Even if I don't have a full-on wearing going on, I have something somewhere.
No, I've just been glued to my computer all day, so I haven't even got up and went to I went and grabbed some stuff before the stream here, so I have some bottles in front of me, but nothing on the skin right now.
What are you debating on spraying? What we're kind of choosing between today?
Well, before I put anything on today, I mean, I worked out earlier and whatnot, and I still got to shower and all that, and probably put myself more together than what I got on right now. So I'll have to see, but yesterday I wore this, so I'm trying not to wear it again today, just because I'm trying to change it up. But the new H24 Eau de Parfum.
Don't say anything. I want to stay as blind as possible. I have been avoiding every time I see it in one of your thumbnails. I have not watched those videos because I don't want to be influenced. Because you're one of the few people that can influence me, and I want to go in totally blind because, as you know, I love the Eau de Toilette. I'm one of the lovers of the original, so I have really high hopes for that EDP, and I don't want to go into it with, well, Justin thinks this about it, you know. So I want to be totally blind. I'm going to be getting it very soon.
Fair enough. I all I say is, yeah, smell it. And
yeah, I watch literally almost every single video, so I don't want to hear that. What a jerk crap.
I'm kidding, man.
I know.
Kidding. But something that I did wear that I guess I can't talk about more freely because I don't think you'll be upset. I wore this the other day. I have a 2013 bottle of Millesime Imperial, and this stuff is superior to any current batches. It is incredible.
Why was there potential for me to be upset?
No, I said you won't be upset.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, confused me.
Because I know you smelled it. Yeah, this thing it's great. I mean, I have a 2016 bottle. I've had that for 4 or 5 years. And that one's good. That is a good batch, but I just happened across this.
What makes it superior?
What
makes it superior to your 2016?
Richer, man. It's richer. It has a fullness to it. It has more core to the scent. It's like more of Millesime Imperial, if you can imagine that. It sticks around longer for those who care. Yeah, I mean, I've never been one to really get upset about Creed, you know, and their formulations and whatnot. Like, I can acknowledge, like, yeah, it's not ideal. And it's hard for me to truly push the brand on people for that reason. But me personally, I've never been bothered by it, nor have I ever truly bought into the batch hype of like, oh, the older batches are better.
I don't play the batch code game. You know? I say that in comments and replies to people all the time when they ask about reformulations and is it true the 2021 newer bottles don't do? And I always say I don't play the batch code game. I just get the fragrance.
I don't know.
but that's the brand that makes this a thing.
Yep.
It's mainly Creed is why this is a thing. It happens with designer fragrances too, but they're the most infamous.
For sure. And I can say that, you know, getting this one, I'm like, I see why people keep saying that. Older batches are better. You know, it depends on what you're looking for. Because some people may not be looking for like a 10-hour Millesime Imperial. Like, you don't have to want that. But if you do, I see what they're talking about. So it's good stuff. I'm not going to say run out and find it, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 2013. So I don't know if you saw, because I know you were having difficulties at the time, but Mancera Oud Blue Notes, the review that I did today. I haven't been wearing anything Mancera much lately, other than occasionally I've been wearing Intense Cedrat Boisé.
Yes.
So I was kind of pulling bottles out the boxes and sniffing them, and I came across, I was like, wow, I haven't wore this in a really long time. And it almost blew me away all over again, because it's very floral dominant. It's very woody, powdery. It's fruity and sweet and all that, but it's dominated by violet, rose, and iris. And it's a very creamy and powdery tone to these florals. They're not bright. They're not fresh. They're creamy. And it's slightly unique to me personally. And I was like, you know what? This is so good. Nobody talks about this. So I literally titled the review, "The Best Mancera Fragrance You've Probably Never Smelled."
Yes, I saw
that. And did the review on that. And because there's a lot of people that have never given this one the time of day, and you can get it's still produced by Mancera. There's still carded samples officially available from all the different distributors, your Twisted Lilies and different places online. So it's easy to get a hold of and sample. And I really believe anybody that's in the florals should give this a shot. Like I said at the end of the review, if you do get a sample of this may end up being your next full bottle from Mancera. Because to me, it's that good. I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it around for years.
You know the kind of rating this gets, 8.5.
It's a solid rating. Solid rating.
For sure.
I've been checking out this fragrance, and I thought of you when I got my nose on it, because in one of our videos we did together with Andrea, you know, months ago, I smelled Ganymede, right? And for those who saw that video, maybe some of you didn't.
I was the only one that liked it in the video.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, I knew.
My guy.
But I got my nose on this one, and I've been hearing people telling me to try it because people say, dude, this is like Ganymede, but better.
Mm.
and it's made by the same perfumer for a different brand. And I'm like, okay.
You have my attention.
Yeah, so from Essential Parfum, they actually sent this to me. This is called Bois Imperial. They sent this to me because they see how much I talk about Ganymede, which is so funny. I'm like, that's kind of vulture-ish. Like, we're going to go ahead and
A bit.
swoop in.
Like here, we think you'll like this one better, so you can start talking about this one more.
Yeah, and they're like, and Quentin Biche is the perfumer he made.
Well, here's my question. Were they right?
I mean, there's no better or worse for me with these.
Okay.
I love
That's
this.
fair.
Now, here's the thing I will say about it. I was expecting it to be almost 1-to-1. I'm like, if it's the same perfumer, if they asked him to do something similar, then we'll see what we get here. But it's actually quite different. And some people might consider it, I think some people might like this who don't like Ganymede. Because I think the one thing that makes Ganymede a little funny is the Immortelle. The Immortelle in that one is a hit or miss. It is that curry maple like culinary vibe in there that's unusual, and it gives it its character. But in the Bois Imperial, you don't have anything like that. It is mostly a fresh wood that's borderline metallic, but not quite. Mostly just kind of fresh.
I'm trying to visualize Ganymede for comparison's sake, because the only time I've smelled it was that one time with you.
Yeah.
Because I sprayed it on my hand. I don't know if it made it on the video, but I sprayed it on my hand after we did the test strips.
Yes.
And I'm trying to remember it because, on Instagram, I see a lot of love for Ganymede, a lot outside of just you. And there's like your comment section for that video. There was people coming out the woodworks to talk about, if you don't like Ganymede, unsubscribe and all that,
For sure.
So.
Yeah, but I've seen a little bit of hype around this one and people saying, oh man, you got to try it. And I can see what they mean, because I think this is a little bit more accessible in that realm. It's going to give you a similar vibe, but it is different enough. So they're not really redundant. I'm glad I have both. This one I might wear more kind of, in fact, I filmed a video with Grace the other day that'll come out later this week about like easy grabs for the fall. And this is definitely one of those. I'd say more an easy grab than Ganymede, because Ganymede is a little bit strange. You got to kind of look at it this way.
Know, that's what I like about it. It's a weird fragrance.
Yeah.
I like how you said you got to look at it this way.
You're like, oh, yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got Metal Frag guys in the house. Hills, Jared.
Yes.
Blue Notes is in my top 4. Gerald says no real oud in Blue Notes. No, definitely not. I don't even think oud's listed, but it's in the name. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because the notes I use on the video are from Mancera's website, and it doesn't say anything. It says intense woods is the woody note. So I'm sure there's a little bit of that oud they like to use in that.
Yeah.
If you go to Fragrantica, it says Gaiac wood, and I don't know. I think I would trust Mancera more to what they say the note breakdown is.
I mean, do you find it to be smoky at all?
Not at all. That's why I say that. Not at all. Very familiar with Gaiac wood. I love Gaiac wood.
Yeah. It smells like barbecue. It's great. Like
Exactly.
soft barbecue.
Yep. Hill's saying hi to Deneem. Deneem was the first person in the chat.
Ah, okay.
He was ready to go.
All righty.
We got Post Cologne in the house. So there's one particular question that I wanted to ask you. And can we expect any more skits in the near future? Because the last one was a lead in to the next episode. It wasn't gut-bustingly funny like some of them have been.
Yeah.
And I could see where you're going with the setup, the way it closed. So that's why I have to ask, is there anything you'd like to share about maybe upcoming?
Happy to share. I'm not going to give everything away in regards to what the next episode will be, but essentially this episode, which I put out, a couple weeks back, and then the previous one, which was 6 months ago.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was quite a little gap, and there's reasons behind that. But those 2 episodes, my last 2 episodes, are kind of the beginning of the end. That's the best way I can put it. After a certain while, I think I did 5. I don't know how many episodes I've done so far, up to the last 2, maybe 5, up to that point. And after those 5, I started to go back to the drawing board, and I was like, you know what? I could just keep this going, but I feel like I'm running in circles here, and I don't want it to get stale. I need it to kind of change direction or to pivot a bit and add some kind of element of drama that can either lead it to a close and or lead it to some kind of different plateau. Because otherwise it just becomes like one of those, like one of those sitcoms or a show where none of the episodes are really connected to each other. And
there's no real meaning behind it.
Yeah, you can drop in at any point and watch any episode and have no context, and it's funny, and that's great. But I just didn't want to make that.
Because you kind of touched on all the points that are easy to make fun of already.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole compliment thing, the top 10 list, all the stuff that's easy,
Yeah.
The
so
dripping, loin drenching.
Exactly. Now, granted, I do have some other ideas in the works that I don't necessarily have plans for yet. But nonetheless, what I'm getting at is these last 2 episodes, and then the next one will be a kind of this trio that kind of unveils what has actually been going on for this entire show. Mm-hmm. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because and I've kind of told you about it a little bit, at least I've hinted that there's an underlying thing that will be revealed, which I think will be pretty cool, because I have just a ton of ideas for it. So
the plan is working thing had me like, okay, where's he going with this?
Exactly. So after next episode, which I'm not sure when that'll be, maybe next month sometime, that will be the end of the first season. Mm-hmm. Now, when and how the second season, or if the second season will begin, I'm still not sure yet. I kind of want to wait and see what the reception is like, because that is partly what put a bit of a gap in between the last 2 episodes, was the one that I put out before, which started the new direction, which may have been a little weird for some folks, at the very least unexpected. That was one of my favorite episodes to film, just because of how ridiculous it was, like all the different top 10 ideas. And I spent a lot of time like filming a tiny little.
My favorite's when you come up with the random fragrances, like the new Creed and the new Azaro and all that stuff.
Yeah. So, that one was a lot of fun to film. I put it out there, and for whatever reason, it didn't really catch. I mean, it actually got a lot more views since I started plugging it, because I was telling people, you got to watch the last one before you watch this one. So from there, it got like another 1,100 views, because people are like, okay, I'll give it a shot because I want to see this new.
Yeah, because you're pretty good at connecting.
Yeah.
From one episode to the other. Yeah, Dapper Daddy's Haberdashery. I appreciate you. Looking forward to your fragrances. Y'all both be hyping a brother up. Well, I mean, hey, got to, man. Right now, we're the only people that can tell you about these fragrances.
Exactly.
Nobody else has that capability at the moment. That time will come, though, obviously.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the $5 super chat. Thank you.
Yes,
RXL, glad to know that you're pretty excited about this, my man. I appreciate you. I believe RXL pre-ordered all 3 of them already also. So shout outs to Rick.
Thank you, Rick. Yeah, all that to say, that's why I took a break, because I was like, I mean, that last one, it capped at about 5,000 views, and I don't know, in like a week's time or more. And I'm like, maybe people don't want to see this. Let me go ahead. And I just took some gap, and I had no like plans of like forcing it to come back. But I felt the urge when I was coming back from England on the plane. That's when I started writing the script for the next one. You know what? This is the time I wrote it. I'm going to film it. It's like, I at least got to finish the season. Let me finish out the season, the last 2 episodes, and then we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, because it's one of those things. Isn't it funny that the ones that you really enjoy filming are always the ones that, very subpar with your expectations for views and stuff like that?
Yep.
Just the way it shakes out.
With everything, man.
Yep.
With everything.
Because if you're not giving them exactly what they want, they're going to show you it's not what they wanted. Even if it's something that's, if they give a chance, is actually pretty funny most of the time.
I mean, a lot of the time, they don't know that they want it. And that's okay. But that will prevent them from checking it out. So.
My treats in the house. What's going on? Let's see. Don says, you guys do a great job with your content. It helps me got tongue twister. Blind buy properly. You're a brave man. You're a brave man. Admittedly, I do a lot of blind buying, but that's you're rolling the dice. But I'm glad it works out for you more times than not.
I guess we could say there's a proper way to do it. I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it.
There's a lot of research, and once you know your taste, blind buy.
I mean, the only bit of advice I think I could say, and I think this sums up most of my videos, is don't be in a hurry. Like there is no hurry. You could spread out blind buys, put space in between, and I think you'll just feel better. Because once you get 12 fragrances at once here, and then you have like a week to do those 12 and learn them, and then you're already looking at the next haul, another 8 here, and it's just.
Oh, you froze up for a second. I don't know if it's me or you, but you froze. Uh-oh. Is it me or is it you? I don't know.
That was weird.
Did I freeze up or did you? I don't know.
On my screen, we both disappeared for a second.
So that was you. Because I was still going.
I could see myself like in the studio, but not on the screen. So.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, well. Anyways, it cut you off.
We're back. I don't know what I last said, but
the point I was going to add to it was because I've been talking about these Tom Fords I want to get for a while now. It's been a few months. I'm trying to space this out because the reason I bring this up, I'm glad you blind buys came up. When I was going to spray a fragrance after I got out of the shower last night, I just looked around and I said, and I have the fucking nerve to want to buy more fragrances. Like I'm looking around at this, like, what's wrong with me? Like really, but I want these Tom Fords. I want the 1 million Parfum and Elixir. I've tested them. Now I want them. It's like, damn, at least I use them to make content.
Exactly.
At least I have a use for them outside of just spending it to spray it on myself. I get to talk about it with a community. At least I have that. If you want to call that justifying the habit.
I mean, it's better than not having a platform or an outlet for it and just having like 2,000 bottles. No shame to anybody who's genuinely collecting like that with no YouTube channel. That's fine. But I feel the same way. I feel like, and even like I know my wife, if I didn't have a YouTube channel and had all these fragrances, she'd be like, what are you doing?
My wife was like that before my channel. She's like, really, you need more? Because I was constantly buying stuff.
Yeah.
For years, I was buying stuff before the channel. Man.
And you felt like that changed once you kind of started the channel?
No, she understood it. She got it.
Okay.
She understood. It just took time. I mean, she never gave me grief about it, but she would like make it really seriously. It'd be that from time to time. Like, really, you have more coming in?
How many ways can you smell good?
She's gotten used to it now, Yes. Now she has fun with it. Because I mean, it's been years I've been doing this on YouTube now.
Yes. And she has access to the collection as much as you do.
Well, she benefits. Because like, for example, the Mossy fragrances, Into Me for Women. As soon as I finished the video, I went let her smell it on my hand. She grabbed it, started spraying it. She loves it. It's amazing. Grace was absolutely right. It is so captivating.
It is.
And it's easy to become enamored with that scent profile.
It's just, it's a well done take on the formula, that kind of classic fruity floral, which you would expect as a feminine scent, but it's so well done to where it doesn't
darkness
smell
to that
exactly
coffee bean and patchouli give it enough of a dark edge to where I really don't think it's that feminine. This is more feminine than that.
Okay. I dig it. Yeah, I mean, when I smell it on her, it just perfectly suits her. I actually haven't tried to wear it myself. I put it on my hands, but
I had it on my hand. I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
like,
and it is intoxicating. Even I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Because look, the men's is such an easy wear, but that one's captivating. The women's is captivating.
I agree. Totally agree. Yeah, really nice.
Mikey I Smell said Into Me for Men is a great watermelon scent profile. See, I get a lot of the watermelon and a load of ginger.
You get a ton of the ginger. I don't get a ton of ginger on my skin.
It is almost like a ginger bomb after about 20 or 30 minutes. It's all about crispy, fresh, spicy ginger the rest of the way. I love that because I love a good ginger note. Very, very good flavor.
Isn't there ginger in Business Over Pleasure? A lot of ginger in there?
There is. There definitely is. That's more of a creamy ginger.
Okay. Yeah, because I actually didn't experience a lot of ginger in there either. So that just tells me that ginger pops on your skin.
Yeah, that and incense. That's two notes that I've noticed really come out on my skin.
Cool.
So let's see. There was one I wanted to grab. I lost it. There it is. Dan's asking. Danger Parfum Cologne for $145 for a 3.4 ounce tester. That's a damn good price. I've never seen it that cheap.
I always have kind of the same answer to this question. And because the first thing I want to ask is, have you smelled it? If you've smelled it and you like the scent, then yes, that's a good price. That is the best price you'll probably
I've never seen it that cheap before.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, where are you buying that, man?
Yeah, like, is it, you sure it's legit? Because typically they go for around 200, maybe a little over 200 from discounters.
Exactly. But if you smelled it and you love it, then please do it. If you're trying to say, is this a good blind buy price? Not everybody likes that scent. So
Dan hits the perfumeries. He's out in Vegas.
Okay.
I want to say Dan's probably smelled. We have conversations all the time off camera about fragrances. I'm willing to bet Dan has smelled it, and he's just, do you think this is a good price?
Oh, yeah. If you smelled it,
I could be wrong.
Yeah, and it's not going to keep you from paying your light bill this month, then please, by all means, go do it.
Shit, Dan was overseas for the last 2 months. He's been traveling. Dan's doing okay.
Dan has an interesting avatar. I'm looking at it now.
Yes, it's standing up in a stall peeing.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Wow.
Everybody loves his avatar. He's a regular on Joey's live streams. That's where you can see the avatar the most on screen.
Got it. Yes.
Raja doesn't make testers, right? Everybody does. Every larger brand has testers they send out when they're in perfumeries and retailers. Everybody does.
Yes, for sure. And just so you know, just to be transparent, when they do send bottles to reviewers, not all the time, but a lot of the time, they're sending out testers.
A lot of the Twisted Lily bottle that I've gotten from Twisted Lily are testers, mainly Ital Libre d'Orange. That's usually a tester.
Yeah.
Trying to think what other brand. That's the first one that jumps out in my head. I want to say Amouage Boundless is a tester that I got from them.
Okay.
It might be a tester too.
Yeah.
But yeah. Agreeing with what you're saying, basically.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time, sometimes the tester bottles might have some kind of imperfections on them. You know, very, very slight to where they're like, yeah, we're not going to sell this to somebody. Let's go ahead and slide it off for free. You know?
That's pretty much how it goes. They still get use out of it. If nothing else, it's advertising.
Exactly. Yeah.
Raja makes testers, but no caps. Yeah, I think that they don't put the caps on those, especially the Parfum Cologne line. I know those don't have the caps on the testers.
For sure.
Dan with the $5 super chat. Well, $4.99. I haven't smelled it yet, but it's on offer up. Is it a fougere? Okay, so you are technically blind buying it here. It's an aromatic fougere that has this fresh citrus up top, but this one, it's, if you've smelled Scandal before, it's kind of like the fresher little brother to Scandal Parfum Cologne, where that's more, they're both aromatic fougères. Scandal is more dense green and spicy, whereas this is a bit more fresh overall. You get more of the citrus. I get a bit of tonka bean from it. The herbs in there are more on the lighter green side than the dense spicy side. Would you agree, Justin?
Yeah, for me, Danger is kind of a wintertime fougere. And what I mean by that, yes, there is this fresh aromatic nature. You do kind of have a barbershop feel, that creamy sweetness is in there, herbs and whatnot. But there's a warm sweetness in there. You know, the word that a lot of people would use is oriental. There's a lot of that vibe is in there. But also the kicker about Danger that not everybody likes is there's a heavy dose of cumin in there.
I love that though.
So yeah, and again, it's either you love it or you don't.
That's a fragrance. That's a fragrance that when you first spray it, you're not anticipating it to be as alluring as it is until you get around your lady and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Because I know Grace is a fan of it. Heidi's a big fan of it too.
Yeah. You know, but the funny thing is that there's other fragrances with cumin in it that Grace does not like Cartier, Declaration, that whole collection. She's not crazy about it.
I bet that's heartbreaking for you because I know you're
a little bit, but I'm gonna have her come around to it because I've only ever really had her. You know, I have had her smell the original on skin. Like I just had it in the air around me, and she was like, "You smell really nice." But anytime I've had it in a video on paper, nope. And in fact, my video tomorrow is all about smelling stuff up close and how. Yeah,
that's the downside to these test strips, man. It's when you're smelling a lot of stuff, you kind of have to, but you get at best half the story of the fragrance. You know, they fall so flat, especially something that has a lot of freshness. You definitely not getting even close to what it's about on skin.
It's just not the same experience. It's just unrealistic, unfortunately, because our skin is not made of paper. So
I hope that helped, by the way, Dan.
Yeah.
So let's see. I got a little far behind. Yeah, Joe knows how Dan is. He said, of course, it's on offer up with rolling eye emoji. Joe gets it. Joe has these same conversations with Dan that I do.
Okay, nice.
So let's see. Let me scroll down. I got so far behind. Here we go. How does the Rum on the Rocks Accord come across in Second Soul? You would be the man to answer that best.
Good question.
Great question.
For those who, for some reason, don't know what Julius is talking about, Second Soul is a fragrance that is now available for pre-order alongside Evening Mystique. And there it is.
Got to have it on hand.
Of course. And the Rum on the Rocks is the best way I could describe it. It kind of has almost a cardamom-like fresh spiciness to it, to the booziness. So there is a bit of this cooling feel, but it's made pretty spicy because there's like some nutmeg and some things in the top that go along with that, especially at first spray. So it's like a cooling, spicy, boozy quality. It's not overly boozy. I wouldn't say booze is the primary element in there, but it is kind of a different take on booziness, something that's a little bit more refreshing, but not quite like a gin or something like that kind of freshness. It's still kind of dark.
Can I tell them my favorite part of your fragrance?
Yes, by all means.
So there's this suede note as it dries that may be the best suede accord I've ever smelled. And I'm not just saying that to, like, when I was in front of him smelling on my hand, I kept going on and on about suede, right?
Yes, yes.
It's buttery soft, but it's a little like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know how the grain to the suede, a true full grain suede has that texture to it, like that almost fuzziness to it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Get that? It's buttery, but still has the fuzziness, and it's a little musky.
Yeah.
And it comes out so much on my skin. Like within the first 30 minutes, it really starts to creep in. And it's fantastic. Where this is what I would like to wear in the evenings and in the cold, his is something I would like to wear every day. Even though I know that's not the original intention for Second Soul.
By all means.
That's daytime this time of year for me, for my taste. I love Second Soul for this. Like right now would be a good time for me to wear.
Yeah.
It's cool outside. That's why I'm wearing the hoodie.
I dig it, man. And your hoodie kind of matches the juice here a little bit.
Kind of does.
But also matches your cap.
You know me, I always have to match. So
yeah. I mean the cap of your bottle.
Yeah. Indeed. It does. And I have started to drop the juice level. I see Dapper Daddy noticed that I started to put a dent in it. Yeah, I've been wearing it.
In there.
I've been wearing it for sure. And look, I don't spray more than 5 sprays, so that's just several wearings is what it comes down to.
And y'all, I mean, you guys, I cannot wait to get my nose on Evening Mystique again, because the experience that I had when we were all together in Chicago, obviously, if you guys saw Ross's latest video yesterday of us smelling it blind, that was one thing, and that was such an experience, and it's so funny to watch that back. But we did have some private time off camera smelling, and man, I mean, I told you, man, it's captivating. It is.
I appreciate that.
It is. It has an identity to it that is very much tied to the original, but just more, just so much more.
It's such an evolved form of business over pleasure. It takes, because it continues that story. It's like you already know this, but I'm saying this to the audience. It's the other side of the personality. The business professional can't be loud and attention seeking and brash. You can't do that when you're handling business. So you get to unleash that side in the evenings when you're off work. It's time for the weekend. That's the idea of Evening Mystique.
Yeah.
You're still tied to that DNA. It's still that same person, but it's another side to that person.
Yeah, man. And honestly, that commercial you made was just brilliant.
I can't take the credit for that, guys. Subscribe to Paragon Fragrance. I put out the video. I shared the video that we did together yesterday. Nathan, he's a cinematographer. That's what he does for a living. That's who made the logo that's in this corner up here. That's who made some of my intros. And he reached out to me and wanted to help. He lives near me. He lives 2 minutes up the road.
Wow.
And he's like, hey, man, I have these ideas. If you're interested, I'd love to help with making some marketing material for you. And of course, I was not going to turn that down.
It came out so just clean, and the shots and the bottles spinning and all the the shots of the people and the places and all. It's just like, this is legit.
Well, see, on YouTube, it's a voice actor that he works with, and then we also did a rendition of me with the voiceover. That's the one I put out on Instagram.
Yeah, that was good too, man. Yeah, that came out really, really nice. Real, just crisp. You got a good vibe. Real good
Yeah,
vibe.
because I kind of zoomed up on it because it's still that ultra wide screen, but I just kind of zoomed up on it to where you could still get the majority of the picture in there of
You got
the
to do it for
stuff.
Instagram. Yeah, I know. They want that vertical format. Otherwise, they don't put.
No, they don't. If it's just a regular widescreen with two big giant black bars on top and bottom, they won't mess with it.
Yeah.
Which this one's not gaining a ton of traction, but people are sharing it, so it'll get out there.
It'll help. Yeah, it'll go.
Jared, my main man, also known as a moderator for the Justin Copeland YouTube channel.
Good to see Jared, always.
Legit Q gentleman. Will George ever consider hosting a tour of Zaharoff headquarters? I live in Michigan, and I'm just a hop, skip, and jump away. So it's more to it than that. It's a full running business, banquet hall, country club. There's a lot of moving parts all day, every day. So it's not just something as simple as bringing it into the office. Yeah, because where George's actual desk is in the office is kind of the interworkings of the whole operation. So it's not necessarily just bring a group of people in kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not as simple as you just walk up to a building and walk in, buzz in, and there's George.
Like the first time we walk in, they're kind of like, we're family now. It's different.
Exactly.
You know?
But at the very least, next time we're out in Chicago, somehow, Jared, it'd be great to meet up.
Yeah, reach out to us, man. I mean, I'm sure we could make that happen. In November, we will be in Chicago. Granted, we have a lot of work to do. I don't know how feasible it would be, but definitely reach out.
Help, Jared. If you want to come help.
Yeah, we'll put you to work. We got a lot of shit to do.
We got a lot of work to do, man. Yeah, just so you guys know, the fancy stuff you see on these bottles, namely these plates on both, and that's a metal plate on Ross's as well. We have to put these on one by one.
One at a time. We have thousands of these to put on.
Yeah, we don't have people overseas doing, we're doing
it.
So as I said in my reveal video at the end of it, I think I said at the end of my vlog, love, care, blood, sweat, and tears will be going into every single bottle that is coming out to you guys.
And I got a great question for you guys, because George asked us this, and I know I'd like to leave it on there. Would you guys want the ASMR, is that how you say it? ASMR feeling of peeling the plastic off the plates? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to take a survey right now, because we can either peel them off or we can leave them there for you guys to peel, because I know I like to peel them.
I sure do as well.
Just like peeling a fresh, off a brand new smartphone screen,
Exactly. Yeah, let us know in the chat, y'all.
Yeah, because I'd love to give this feedback back to George. So.
I'm seeing yes, a hell's yes. I'm seeing ASMR for the win.
For the win. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Everybody
leave the plastic. I want to peel it. Yeah, it's overwhelming.
Gerard, good to see you.
So when my phone rang a minute ago, it was George. And I texted him live with Justin. It just shows how well our friend pays attention, because I've been advertising this for days.
Yeah.
Like, I can't talk. I'm live with Justin right now.
Yes.
So yeah, everybody. Daneem wants to peel it. Lance wants to peel it. Hills wants to peel it. Looks like we're going to be which I already gave my vote for leave it there for them.
Yeah, for sure. So I think you might be hard pressed to find someone who would be like, no, peel it off for me.
Literally not one no. And about 20 people have responded so far. Shout out to Juju.
Unless someone's like, oh, hey, Juju. Unless someone was like, I really want your fingerprint on there. Could you please peel it and then stamp it and send it over? That'd be like, you sure you want that?
Here's a good point. Let's capture all of your senses: smell, feel, visual, and sound.
Man, that's what it's all about. There's a great brand owner named Sarah Baker. And I remember seeing an interview about her talking about, it's so easy to forget that fragrance is this multifaceted experience. It's not just smell. It's also the visual, and it's also the tactile. And that's one thing that, you're going to get all of that with these, because they're freaking heavy, for one.
And theirs is heavier than mine. Their plates are a little bit different from mine. So this is going to be the same style plate that's on leather to back. It's a little bit thinner metal, but it's embossed and debossed.
Yeah,
there's a lot of texturing work to it.
Yeah,
and then with Justin's, it's like double the thickness. It's very, very heavy. His and Andrea's add a lot of heft. Like, don't drop them. It would be a disaster, I could imagine. You probably break your foot if you drop that on your barefoot.
It's hefty, man.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna get it. Even when you get the whole box and everything in it, you're gonna be like,
damn. Yeah, it's gonna be a heavy package, especially if you buy all three. It's gonna be a heavy ass package.
yeah, UPS is gonna have to get you help. Get the box.
Be glad you guys are paying flat rate and not weight.
Seriously,
For real. Yeah. RXL said tacky people leave the plastic on like it's a free screen protector.
Yeah, they're out there. They're out there. They're out there. We're not gonna judge them, but they're out there. Do your thing.
Like the dudes who leave the sleeve label on an off the rack suit.
Oh my gosh, you got that little thing right there.
That's a good one.
Harry Ellis. It's like, all right.
Always on the left sleeve. Yeah.
We got you.
So Mark says I'm gonna be in those pre-order streets again when the leather comes out, breaking my resolutions even before New York.
All righty.
Yeah, George was on Joey's live for a little bit last night, and they were talking about leather tobacco, and he's like, I was on a Zoom with Mon and Claude, and I started crying when I smelled it because it was so amazing. And I texted him, I said, you do know we have 3 other fragrances coming out, right? Before this one. It's like, yes, it's amazing. Can we go through these first?
Yes, that's
Jesus.
But it's gonna be great, but when it comes,
there's so much good coming out of the house in the next 6 months. It's ridiculous.
Kind of stupid. Yeah.
Because XXX is right around the corner after leather tobacco.
That's right. And that stuff, I know maybe you weren't super crazy about it, but that's stuff.
No, it's not for me. This is going to be the one unfavorable video I'm going to do. And I told him that, and he's cool with it. He gets it. I can't like literally everything. It's not for me.
That's all right.
It's too animalic of a musk for me. But there's guys that have been raving about it, that it's their favorite from the house.
Yeah, I dig it. I prefer the original Royale X, but I do dig the
I prefer X over the XXX too. It's more of a clean muskiness. I like that more.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about, it's bright, clean, yet a little dirty.
Yep, just the right balance of that. What are people saying in here?
And now I get a text that I'm an idiot. So he's watching.
Okay.
That's exactly what that means. George, you're more than welcome to come on if you want.
We would love to see you.
Yeah, that'd be prime. I mean, we're advertising ZED creators in the title anyways. Let me see. I'll send it to you on IG if you want to jump on. You're more than welcome to, George.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sent him the link. And then like you and I discussed, I sent Daneem the link. We'll have Daneem join us here in just a little bit. I know you're watching, Daneem.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Let's do it.
George says he likes your hat, Justin.
Oh, thank you, George. I'm wearing this because I didn't comb my hair yet. That's why.
It works, though. It's got this smooth, casual look.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, definitely. So he's not jumping on. He's at the gym right now. He's probably watching us while he does cardio.
Yeah, he's on the treadmill.
Which, for those of you that don't know, that's when I watch Justin's videos. I tell him all the time. I'll watch it when I get on the treadmill.
This is the best time, man. I understand.
Shout outs to Joey. What's going on?
What's up, Joey?
Let's see. Hey, some high Georges. I do like Royale X. I would appreciate ZED creators as an annual thing. Well, you never know what the future holds. I mean, it looks like it right now from the first one to the second one because it's a little beyond a year apart because this time last year we had already sold through just about everything at this point. Almost.
Yeah,
I think it was like late November we were completely through it. I'll be damned. He's at the gym and he jumped.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm doing cardio. Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Georgie. Yeah, we can hear you. You're a little jumpy, like you don't have the best signal, but we can hear you.
I just took myself off of the Wi-Fi here. Maybe it'll work better.
Okay, I hope so. Yeah, because your audio is fine, but your video is a little choppy, but it's all good.
How are you, Justin?
Uh-oh. We lost him for a second.
Justin, don't go, Justin. Hi, Ross.
Hi, George. What are you training today?
Chest.
That's what I did today, too.
Chest.
All right.
Justin, what was today for you, a push or a pull? Because I know you have a specific routine.
Yeah, today was legs, so doing a lot of plyometrics and things like that.
Here's a valid point. 83 watching, but only 40 likes. Hit that thumbs up, people. I agree.
let's hit the likes. Let's get that up there.
Basic math. Basic math.
Christian Rodriguez, $5 super chat. You guys planning on attending Sin Explore this year? Not at the moment. We have a few things going on throughout the year, obviously, that we've been discussing. I'm not ruling it out completely. Max actually messaged me a couple of days about it. And I told him the same thing. I'm not ruling it out, but I can't commit to anything like that right now. There's just so much that's up in the air for the rest of the year.
Holiday shopping in New York. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same for me. I would definitely like to go. But yeah, a lot of balls we're juggling. So we'll see what falls.
Yeah, it's kind of a play it by ear thing.
So everything is done by the 20th, ready to ship here. Boxes, caps, the plates, everything. The filling should be done the end of the month.
Wow.
So I'm hoping by the end of November, everyone will be getting their ZED creators.
It should be a very happy Thanksgiving is the goal.
I think so, and everything is so beautiful. I think people are going to be very impressed. I know that the price point is a little bit higher, but the value for what they're getting.
Agreed.
It will never, ever happen again in a Zaharoff large. Never, ever, never, ever, ever, ever.
That's what I've been trying to prepare people with. I was on Deneem's live stream last night.
Never.
When it came up, I was like, guys, moving forward. I hope you guys don't think this is expensive because cost of goods have gone up across the globe. And then George's stuff is going to be made in France moving forward.
Yes, indeed.
230, 240 euros for the large.
And that's equivalent to like what, 190 US?
No, it's going to be about 200, 220. It's about 1 to 1 now. So it's about the same.
So about $220 US. You heard it here, guys.
Yeah.
So it's going to be about that price. It's not 160 is going to be the small, but we had this talk. I wanted value for everybody. Mm-hmm. And this is just for the ZED creators. And many said that in a year they used up just about all the juice, or they were afraid to use it. So we all wanted to give them more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Less, and so just wait till people hold these things in their hands. They're not going to believe it. That's
what we were talking about just the weight a minute ago, because us showing them on screen, yeah, it's beautiful, all the stuff we've been putting out about it, but you don't really get the experience till it's in hand and you get to really see the detail work and the weight and the quality of what's done here, and then get to spray them. That's the main thing. You get to spray them.
It's like 1.25 pounds to 1.5.
It's amazing.
No plastic.
Yeah, there's no plastic anywhere.
Nope.
Nope. No. Anyway, give my love to the room. And
yeah, the room. Joey says hi. Deneem says hi. Jared, you got all kinds of people saying hi. Juju Hills.
Jared George?
No, Jared Miller. Gerard George is in here too.
Gerard George.
Yeah, he's in here too. Kareem's in here.
David, his name is George.
You're cutting out a bit, George.
I'll let you guys go. Much love. Thank you for having me.
Good seeing you, Georgie.
Thanks for jumping in.
Bye, guys. Much
love. Bye, Georgie.
See ya.
So 120 ml for 160. That is correct, sir. It's $45 more than the 2-ounce bottles. And then as you've seen with the presentations, you're getting a lot more value with the presentations. And then the scent profiles have evolved dramatically as well. So it's just a completely elevated experience. That's the main phrase, the key phrase we've been going with. It's an elevated experience from top to bottom.
Yeah, there is an investment that has gone into even just the presentation. Mm-hmm. And, with the ingredients, Mon uses some of the highest quality stuff you can get. So that stuff costs money too.
You're not going to find higher quality oils from $1,000 fragrance versus these. It's
exactly.
It's a second to none quality.
I saw someone. I haven't verified this number, but I did see someone in my comments the other day who was saying that they just bought. Dior just released Sauvage Elixir in a 100 milliliter bottle
for $230, I think.
Yes, and they said I just dropped $248 on Dior Sauvage Elixir. I mean, probably with tax or whatever it was. I'm just like,
that's a lot
for 100. I mean, and this is 120. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
compare.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Scales in the house. I love how his name is always different, but his avatar never is, and it's always something scales related.
Yes.
I love that.
Always recognize
Patrick's been doing that. It's always something salt related. Patrick, salty redux, and just all these different. It's salt is Patrick's thing now.
Yes, indeed.
So, Daneem, if you want to go ahead and jump on, man, click the link. I sent it over to you.
Yeah, come on in.
We'll hang out for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. How long you got available, Justin? I know you always have something going on.
What time is it now for you?
It's 1:51 for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good for another 20 or so. Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. Let's see.
I don't know why you guys don't have money already. I got plenty. I don't have those bottles. I will soon. Okay.
It's a good one. Nemo, what's going on, my man?
How's it going, guys? I'm doing
doing?
well. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, of course. What are you wearing today?
I'm wearing Yves Saint Laurent's L'Homme Eau de Parfum.
You did tell me that earlier,
Yeah,
but that was
yeah.
like an hour ago. Might as well tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You're part of the crowd, you know.
Wait, that's the new parfum? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is the new one. Yeah, I love it. I like that booziness it has, that woodiness. Very nice, clean, easy to wear.
Do you find it ties into the original pretty well? Because I haven't tried it.
I don't think so. I think the original smells more fresh. This one's more dense, more richer. I think it's good for like the fall. Right now is a perfect time. But my favorite one of this year is this one. I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh Jesus, yeah! Don't say anything. Y'all are killing me with this. So it must be amazing. Good Lord.
It's one of those fragrances I overspray. Like I can't get enough of it. Yeah.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Ross,
Sorry.
I'm trying my best.
Ross, it's terrible. It's a terrible.
I'm trying so hard.
You're gonna hate it so much, Ross.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the releases I've looked forward to the most this year, and I've tried my best to stay as blind as I can. And that's the thing. More and more people are talking about it and posting, and I'm like, nope, don't want to look at that. And you're like, oh, it's easy to overspray. I love it. Like, shh. No,
No more. Sorry. Yeah,
Kareem, it's the EDP.
Yeah, EDP, man.
Mr. Got Plenty's wearing Triumph of Bacchus. That's an amazing fragrance.
That's an awesome fragrance. Love that stuff. Especially
for as much as Christian has been releasing hit after hit, I still keep Triumph of Bacchus on the top of the mountain. It's still
as it sits and it ages and it gets richer. That peach with the rum and the apple and the tobacco. Wow.
It's like a burnt orange now, like a really deep burnt orange. And it was not that color when I first got it 2 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. Mine was like almost yellow, like a pale yellow.
Kind of like almost like how Bacio Immortals juice used to look, or like it looks now.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes.
Because that matured too. That darkened up.
Yeah, same.
Just goes to show that quality oils, most of the time, especially the denser notes, will mature like a fine wine.
They get better.
Yeah.
Indeed. I've been meaning to try that new YSL because I'm a big fan of the original L'Homme. That's one of my first fragrance loves.
Yeah.
One of the first ones I ever smelled in the store, and I actually bought it right then and there, which, as you know, you can buy that fragrance on the discounters for cheaper, but I paid retail for it then and there. And when I heard about the flanker, the parfum or whatever it is, eau de parfum, I was interested immediately, but at first, and then I was like, but is it going to be, I don't know. I was skeptical about it. I saw the notes and I was like, oak barrel and stuff. I'm like, is it really going to be different or is it just going to, but I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. I like the original one better. It's just more bright. It's more fresh. Like you could overspray it and like stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But this one, I feel like this one is good too.
Okay.
Good for this time.
Sorry, I was preoccupied. I was adding your channel. I was tagging you in the description. So for those of you that don't know who Nima is, check out Daneem Fragrance. Check the description box. Him and Justin's tags are right there. You just click the tag, and you can go straight to their channel. Go give them a subscribe, and then come on back.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So let's see. Ken says, sounds like Ross's frag is the most challenging from reading the 3 descriptions. I wouldn't call it challenging. I would call it a little bit out of the norm from what you would expect. It is a very unique iris fragrance. I set out to make unique this time. Claude I want to say 2 long discussions with Claude before he made the first modifications. And we didn't have to go far from there. I only had 3 more modifications after that. And the final one literally I waited 2 months because the thing that was missing was the resins. It didn't have the olibanum resin or the myrrh at the time. And it was great. It has the juniper stood out more as a gin kind of boozy hit, and it had more spice to it. And it was really good. It was what I was visualizing, but I just kept feeling like something was missing. And I reached out to Claude and said, man, I hope it's not insulting that I'm waited 2 months to ask you this. And I told him the range I was going. I just have this gut feeling. Can you make one more modification with some resins added to it? And then he started spitballing with me. He's like, well, I could change the patchouli. I could do this. I could maybe add some oud. He said, let me make a few modifications. I'll send them to you. And then about, say, like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, he emails me instead of texting me because he copied the reps we deal with at Mon and said, look, I just made the one with the resins. I added, and he told me I added olibanum resin and myrrh, rebalanced everything. You were right. It's magnificent. Call me as soon as you get them. I want to be on the phone while you smell them to see what you're thinking. I was blown away. I was like, yes, this is it. Then it came down to just picking the oil concentration. But this is, I said this in a video recently, if I ever get to do a third one, because who knows? I don't know if I can top this. And I'm not just hyping it to sell them, guys. When you get to smell these, because I understand some of you are going to want to try before you buy. And there's going to be people selling decants. If you're hardcore, I got to try it first. I get that. Most people are not going to be expecting this fragrance from me or expecting it to be as good as it actually is. I'm very proud of this fragrance. Extremely proud of this fragrance. Yeah. We lost Justin for a moment.
Justin.
He's been having some technical difficulties. He froze up a couple of times, and then before I brought him on, he kept having to go and come back. He was having issues.
Yeah. I will have a question for the both of you, but
he's back.
Let
me add him back. There we go.
There you go.
Audio.
Oh, he's on the bottom.
Totally disappeared, but so I did restart.
So what you got, Deneen?
Okay, so I have one question. What's one fragrance's designer or niche that you used to love a lot, but right now you don't love it anymore, and why?
That's a damn good question. That's a tough one. I gotta think about that.
I mean, there's a lot of fragrances that I don't really wear anymore because there's others I found that interest me more. But do you mean like I can't even smell it anymore? Like it's a complete dislike.
For example, I have the Bulgari Amara. I used to love that one, but after a while, that neroli note was too strong for me. Like I couldn't stand it. Like I wore it for like a week, tried wearing it, but I couldn't do it anymore. So that's my pick.
I don't know if I have one that I used to love but can't stand anymore. I don't think I have one. I either didn't like it from the start or it's something I maybe didn't like as much and it grew on me. That's usually the case. I don't think I have an answer for that, honestly. I know that's kind of anticlimactic, but
yeah, fair enough. Like, sometimes the nose like changes. I feel like as you grow,
it does. Your taste will change for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Nathan says, I pre-ordered Evening Mystique on the strength that it would be almost polar opposite to business over pleasure. We lost Justin again. He's
boy.
But that is the case. You're still going to get, as for those of you that saw the collab video yesterday, they kept saying it's familiar. And then when I told them what it was, it's the business over pleasure DNAs in here. That is the case. You're going to get, welcome back.
I keep losing audio. I don't know why.
Boy. It's kind of strange. I mean, hey, we'll keep bringing you back. No big. Yeah. So you're going to get it. Like Justin could explain to you as a different opinion, because I mean, obviously I've smelled it to death. I've been through 3 lab samples of the 25% just wearing it. But Justin, how closely related would you say it is to business over pleasure's DNA, for example?
You know, I would say if you can compare it to anything at all, you could compare it to business over pleasure, but that is about all I would compare it to. Now, that being said, just inside of that realm, it is like 30% of business over pleasure. And the rest of it is something new.
It's the amber musk, patchouli, coriander, and iris that tie into it. But The way Claude said it was, do you want me to give you a little bit of the DNA of the first one? And I said, yes, I want this to be a flanker. And that's kind of how he balanced it.
Yeah.
So that's why it was so familiar to Justin and Andrea when I first sprayed it on their hand.
Mhm.
And that was very strategic with, it doesn't really fall flat on the paper. Everything falls flat on the paper. But I really wanted them to get the full experience because I was praying.
Yeah.
Please let them love this.
I
Please.
mean,
'Cause if they would have been like, it's okay, I still would have put it out. I'm going to put their
Yeah.
honest opinions out there. But
Yeah.
I would have been heartbroken.
yeah. I mean, and that would have been even more of a gamble if you had to smell it on paper. That
But
would have just been
that's
bad.
supreme confidence, though. I will put this in a blind smelling rate with anyone that wants to do it with me.
Sure.
I
dig
really
it.
will. I'm confident in it. I love this fragrance. But enough about that. We've been going on and on about Evening Mystique. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just fielding some of the questions,
All good.
I don't need any information to buy the ZED creators. Once I hear you guys drop something, I hit the order button without a doubt. We appreciate you too, Kareem.
Thank
Kareem, did you hit 1,000? He was one sub away this morning.
Yeah.
Did you hit 1,000 yet today? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious.
Yeah, Kareem has been at it for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
He's-
Kareem, majority of his content's been on IG, but he's starting to
Okay.
do YouTube content now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Javier's in the house. How are you, Javier?
Javier, up in Canada.
Yeah.
So anybody have anything exciting going on the rest of the week?
I got some cool videos coming out.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't say that's like, I got this exciting thing happening, but I'm excited about these videos I'm putting out. It's kind of a normal week for me. Just some teaching here and there.
Any different content that you don't typically make? Maybe something new you're going to dabble in this week by chance? Because I never know with you. That's why I got to ask. You're always doing something. A lot of thought-provoking content. I think Justin froze.
Oh boy. The internet connection.
He's having hell, poor thing. So while he's
Oh,
back,
here he is.
okay. Did you hear my question?
I heard any diff. That's all I heard.
Shit. I was going to say, because I never know with you, because you put out so much thought-provoking content. Is there anything kind of out of the norm for your content coming this week?
Let me think here. I have a number of videos in the pipeline that have already been filmed. I always have like 3 videos kind of just in the bag, ready to be edited. I think I will have one probably at the end of the week. I mean, I just put out a vlog, which is out of the norm, I guess, for me. But
That was a long-ass video.
Yeah.
it
I
was-
supported. I watched
Yeah.
the whole
I
thing. I let
appreciate
it play while I was doing other stuff. So got that.
Yeah,
got the
same
ad
here.
running. I let the ads
appreciate
play. The only ad I didn't let play was that pain in the ass 9-minute iPhone ad.
it.
It's too long. I'll do 2-3 minute ads, but 9 minutes. It's too much.
Yes. I think,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, I have a video that I filmed over a week ago that I have to edit. And if I remember correctly, it is essentially, I'm calling it the watering up of the YouTube fragrance community. Something along those lines. So it'll be a pot stirrer, I think.
So it's
Interesting.
basically a spoon.
Yeah, that's
And
all.
I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that this again is not sponsored by the makers of
Oh
Aquaphor.
boy.
But it should be because you keep plugging them.
I keep plugging. So Daneem, what do you have going on this week?
So I have my friend coming over tomorrow. We're gonna be filming my Halloween episode.
Great.
So yeah, I rented the studio room in my building and gonna decorate it. I'm gonna be wearing my costume. She's gonna wear a costume. Yeah.
Right. And you're just gonna have her smell some fragrances blindly.
Yeah, I just picked some dark fragrances and
kind of go with the theme.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Mhm.
And then I released the trail. I started making trailers. I think you've seen mine, Ross. I've been making trailers and
I have.
release.
I know another guy that likes to do that with his videos too.
Yeah, like just get people excited about
No,
it.
it's a great move because you have these other platforms.
Yeah,
Because I tell people all the time, like I'll get asked a certain question about something. Let's say it's my scent of the day, and I just released a video on it, and
yeah,
they'll ask me, "Hey, what's this one like?" And I'll direct them to my YouTube channel, because literally everything I do outside of YouTube is an extension of my YouTube channel. It's just another platform to bring people to my YouTube channel, basically.
Yeah.
There's unique content to it, but I still want people to come to my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I dig that.
So it's definitely a good move. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it, and it was fun last night jumping on the stream for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I was surprised. I saw you. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I didn't. I hope it was still there, because we were just talking and talking. I'm surprised we went so long with that, talking about fragrances.
Well, that's the first time I got to get on with Kevin before too. I like Kevin, and then I love Marcial. I've been knowing Marcial for a while now. Gerard George, Mr. Boston Accents himself, said the commitment is real from Nima.
Oh, thank you, Gerard.
Mr. Got Plenty with $4.99 super chat. Which one of your 3 fragrances do you think will sell out first, to be honest? Don't be afraid to hurt feelings. Shout out to the panel. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm sure Andrea is going to sell out first.
Yeah. On the strength of the siren alone.
You said it before I could. Because of the siren alone, she's going to blow out, you know?
Yeah, people are going to scoop that thing.
Because the siren was such a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have no delusions about the way things are going to work.
Oh, boy.
No.
Yeah.
We're not lying to ourselves here.
Yeah, absolutely not. Don't be afraid to hurt feelings. Shout out to the panel. We appreciate you, Mr. Got Plenty. Thank you, man.
Yes.
TF Patriot. Really enjoyed Justin's vlog. Great job. Also, no ads with my YouTube Premium. LOL. Looking forward to more of them, JC.
Thank you, man.
Kevin fussed me last night because we did a screen share and the ad started playing. And he's like, come on, man. You're supposed to be a professional and you don't have YouTube Premium. I say, hey, man, ads pay my rent. Stay off ads.
Oh, man. Yeah. I don't knock that at all.
Especially when it's like friends of mine or people I want to support, or let's say it's a channel like Kareem just got to 1,000. I saw the comment, by the way. Congratulations, Kareem.
Awesome,
for you, man.
Congrats.
Once he gets to his watch hours, or like Denim, when you get to your watch hours and you hit the 1,000, now when I watch your videos, I'm going to let the ads play. I'm not going to skip anything. I'm going to watch the entire video.
Okay.
That's the best way to support a creator, because that's going to improve the ad revenue for you, because it's every view is minuscule amounts of money for the creator. So the more views, the longer the watch time, the more ads they watch, the better it is for you. So that's the way I like to try to support as best I can. Like I just said with Justin, hour and 24 minutes of letting ads play, you know? Yeah. So, because I get it. I want to support my friend. You know that helps his household.
Yeah, the live streams definitely help the hours.
That's where you're going to get your watch time. For sure. Like Joey's a prime example. Joey's not quite to 1,000 subscribers on his new channel yet, but he's got like 8,000 watch hours. He just needs to get the subscribers.
Oh yeah.
He's like double where he needs to be.
Well, Money was like taking a guess. He's like, by the end of November, you'll be monetized. I was like, that's a little bit wishful thinking, but
that very well could be the case. It's not necessarily wishful thinking. The space is different from where it was a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's easier for a smaller channel to get started and get to the monetization point these days. If they're consistent and they're putting out quality content, you can get there. Now, the expenditure of blowing up, that's who knows. That's random. But I find the space has grown enough to where it's easier to get some traction early on now.
Yeah. With a wider pool of creators, you have a wider audience, more eyes to catch.
Oh yeah.
You know, and some people will they can easily just click that subscribe button. They see they'll click subscribe, and you just get more numbers that way.
Yeah.
And then you're doing a good thing as well. You're going jump across the live streams, getting on different platforms, different parts of the audience and such. It's a good way to get yourself out there.
Doing street battles on other guest episodes.
Street battles will do it. I've never done any of those, but those seem to do pretty well.
It's very intimidating. And I also put the raw and uncut also, because people were asking me.
Just walking by you.
I was there for like 20 minutes. I probably got rejected, probably around 8 people, but I think I got like 10 other girls to agree to come on the camera.
That's a good number.
That is a good number.
You can make an entire video right there.
It's pretty fun. When you're single, it's a very good thing to do, because there's so many girls. It's harder when you're married.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
RXL says, I don't know, man. That bottle for Justin's fragrance is sexy as hell. It's a remarkable idea that him and George came up with. It's magnificent. And you keep seeing the bottle, but the box is something special. And Justin, have you showed everybody the peel here portion of it yet?
No, in fact, I think George peeled it already.
George peeled it already?
Yeah. But everyone's will come with the peel. That's what we
have the little corner to grab and peel here. Plus the bottles will have it on the plates.
Yeah, it's going to have it on both. And, again, I keep saying this for those who are concerned or asking or wondering about it. Every box and bottle will come with a polishing cloth.
Nice.
That's branded. You can keep everything clean.
Thinking of everything.
Yes. Fending off the haters at every turn.
You gotta brush them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still, the YouTube premium subscribers add up on the YouTube revenue. Oh yeah, absolutely. It all counts. Is the new Andrea as good as the old Andrea? It's a different fragrance. It's not a flanker to the Siren. Like both of ours are flankers to the originals. Hers is a completely new DNA. Mm-hmm. Smells amazing. Oh, we lost you. He's back. Okay. We lost you for a second. All three, very diverse. It's a beautiful collection of fragrances. I don't think anybody's going to be dissatisfied with anything. They all perform great. Hers is actually the lowest concentration, but there's a lot of gourmand notes, so it performs as well as the 25% does, A lot of gourmand notes to it. Thanks a lot. He's back. Okay. I'm not even going to bother you putting you on the top anymore.
Oh, boy.
Been doing this for a few months now, letting the ads play in the meantime as I do something else. That's what I do. I'll be doing something else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the chat is always hard. I am still having trouble with keeping up with the chat.
Justin froze again. Oh, he's back. He's gone.
He's gone. He's going to ask for some money from the carrier.
So, on average, Joe with the $4.99 super chat. Congrats to Ross, Justin, Andrea, Anthony, and GZ. Clap times 69. 69 claps. I appreciate that. What's up, Daneem? Shout out to Kareem for 1K. Like this stream. Appreciate you, Joe. Justin, you're just not having luck, man.
Man, I'm about to go down to Xfinity and talking too. Because this is supposed to be some fast internet. I'm right next to the router and it keeps dropping. I don't know what's
really. Wow, man, I'm kind of surprised.
Me too.
Yeah, like I thought you were like a couple walls away.
No, it's right there. I got a straight shot. I don't know what's going on.
Mine's like 6 feet away from me.
Is everything clear? Like when I'm here,
you're good.
Everything's great. Yeah,
it happens out of nowhere.
Weird. Yeah, strange.
Thanks for the stream, guys. Back to work. Not so famous YouTuber. I sure appreciate it.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, man. You. Thanks, Joe. Let's get you to 1K now. Yeah, it's a crime that. Well, wait. Actually, yeah. If he's talking about unaverage Joe, he's been over 1,000 for a while. I was about to say, yeah, let's get Joe there, but it's like, wait, Joe is there for a while. So never mind. Disregard that last comment. You're clear, Justin. Okay. See, Joe. Check your updates, Justin. That's usually what screws mine up, which Justin is currently frozen.
I think he has to reset it or the router or something.
Yeah, Gerard said maybe check for updates, potentially. Could be the case. Oh, you can't hear us?
No, he can't hear us.
Shit.
Oh, boy.
Well, we're going to be shutting it down here in a minute anyways. I typically do from an hour to an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Streams anyways. So anybody have any questions for Nemo while we're still having him on screen? See Jeremiah with 499 super chat. Justin, curious if you sampled City Rhythm fragrance from the Chicago video on Skin.
That was rough, man. I felt so bad watching that back. I'm like, I don't remember saying we said all that. Oh man,
Andrea was a savage.
Oh, I was like,
it was so funny. I had to put Pat Benatar, zoom up on her, and clip it to put on IG because it was so funny,
and it worked perfectly.
Yeah,
I didn't get a chance, so it needs a chance. I'm assuming, Jeremiah, that you enjoyed that fragrance? Or
Well, one of the comments was, well, I'm never subscribing to that curly chick because I love San Diego.
oh, okay.
One
So
of the
that's
comments.
okay. I get what he's saying now. I didn't. I'm putting it together. He was asking about San Andreas. I forgot that was the name of the fragrance.
Oh yeah, San Diego. That might have been what he meant by when he said San
Oh,
Andreas.
he meant
Yeah, it's San Diego Pacific Sunsets, the name of the
okay.
fragrance.
Unless he was calling it San Andreas, like talking about Andrea and putting it together. I don't know.
Well, San Andreas is in San Diego because San Andreas
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
That's probably why he said it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that must be what it is.
We'll
But
have
no,
to
he
give it another
didn't spray.
chance.
He didn't spray it on skin. I was heartbroken because I love that fragrance.
I
love
mean, again, it's just paper. You know, that's the
Yeah.
downfall.
I smell. I've got like 20 subs on this channel. That's what's up. Check out I Smell, guys. This is
I smell.
Mikey's other hand.
Oh, this is his second account. I was like wondering. I was like,
His other one. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't let him comment in the chat. That's why he jumped on his other one.
oh, okay, gotcha.
Subscribed. It's weird. Let's see. All 3 bottles are beautiful. Great work. Justin is frozen again. He's back.
His bad.
Dude,
Yeah.
you have no idea how tired I am, man. I'm just like, every time it cuts out, I'm out here just like,
I'm a
human.
field a few more questions and we'll go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah, I hate having to keep doing this to the stream. It's gonna look crazy on the playback.
Oh,
Let's see. On average, Joe, to be fair, San Diego isn't my favorite of city rhythm, but New Orleans, Miami, and Manhattan are amazing. New Orleans is awesome. New Orleans is I have it right. Where's it at? I have my decant right here. This is lovely. Spicy, boozy, a little gourmand sweet. It did the city justice because I was prepared to shit all over it because it's in New Orleans. And because we talked about it beforehand, I said, I'm going to be the biggest critic because my heart is still in Louisiana. So,
sorry, Russ. Smell of Truth. Kareem asked me a question.
where's it at? Let's see.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Names. Right?
Favorite release of the year. Nisha,
Okay, well, I can't say anything anymore. I'll get in trouble, but this is my favorite. H24 EDP by far, yeah.
Well, if it's getting your favorite of the year, damn. I need to get it.
I'm just sad.
Trigger.
I wish I bought the 100 ml, but the 100 ml wasn't available, I think. And I want to do a first impressions on it. And I want to, because that's when you get the most views and stuff when it's new and fresh.
Yeah.
So I picked up, but it's good. They have the refillable bottle, so I could just refill it.
Because, see, I bought the 50 ml EDT at retail at Sephora because I was so impressed with how I smelled it on paper with this gentleman that keeps having to leave. Because
I did one thing right.
I still cannot believe there's no bergamot or anything like that in there because it has this green.
I still think there is. I still think there is. It's not just 3 notes. They say it's just 3 of them. I'm like,
I don't believe that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Orleans is like my jam. He's just teasing you, Ross. Oh yeah, it's teasing me to hear how great this fragrance is.
Yeah.
Second Soul will be my birthday gift to myself. Last fragrance purchase of the year. Well, you got one more on top of that one. It's called Evening Mystique. In case you were curious.
Julius, you thought you were done, but you're not done yet. But I do appreciate that, man.
How about this? How about this? After you smell my sample, that's going to come in your order.
Yeah. Yes.
Because when you order Second Soul, you'll get a sample of the Immortals and of Evening Mystique.
Yeah.
Speaking of the birthdays, I just turned 40 this year, and just in October, and I got a lot of birthday money, so I put it together and I bought Justin's Second Soul. I was like,
there you go.
My first niche, because I have Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, but I don't know. I can't that most designer, but I saw yours. I saw that tobacco note. Like I wanted to order tobacco. I think the Ross knows I was talking about. It's like tobacco, Harrod, or yours. So I just pulled the trigger, and I can't wait to do a first impression on your fragrance.
Well, Nima, I appreciate that, and I can't wait to see the video and just
see
what you think of the presentation and how it wears and all that.
Yeah, you definitely have to put a lot of work into the whole editing and like the display. Yeah, can't wait.
So that's the hard part for us right now is we're so excited to talk about it, but we're even more anxious for others to get their hands on it and experience it and hear what others say, you know?
Yeah, we cannot wait because, you know, it's just we're in our own heads. We smelled each other's and we could talk for days about it, but it's like we want to see the feedback. We want to see people experiencing it and whatnot. So we can't wait.
When we go to Chicago in November, for example, I'm dreading all the shit we got to do. It was a lot last time. It's even more this time.
Yes.
Whoa.
But
twice as much work.
It's such a rewarding experience because we touch everything. Literally everything is by our hands before it gets on that truck. And literally me and Justin load the trucks.
Yes.
To go out and get, you know?
Yeah, we will be loading the trucks. We'll be driving things over to the post office as necessary.
Last minute where George is like, Justin, you're good looking. Go sweet talk them since they close in 5 minutes. Remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Don't let them see how many packages it is. Just try to get in.
And that was so nerve-wracking, but it worked. I walked in there and it did work. How's it going? I'm like,
go charm him.
Hey, I'm good. I just gotta.
And then he freezes.
Oh boy.
That's all part of the experience of what we went through, though.
Yeah.
So it's literally we're going to be putting plates on the bottles. We do all the samples by hand. Jesus, we wrap the bottles, pack the orders, sign the cards, write notes on the cards. It's such a unique experience for us. You know?
Definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the card, the signature and stuff. Yeah.
Stop complaining, George. Jesus. Hi, Justin. Welcome back.
Hi.
Good to be here.
Glad we could have you.
What are we talking about today?
Well, currently I'm getting fussed by George Zaharoff via text.
Oh, about what?
Yeah, he's like all the shit. Lovely. Because I'm talking about all the stuff we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But hey, it worked. It absolutely worked.
It worked.
So
when you to get it out to everybody, you know.
That's what I was going to say. When you froze up, I was talking about all the different steps and stages of what we do. And then there's a few added steps this time around because of these plates. And like I said, it's a lot. Our thumbs will be killing us after all the thousands of samples and stuff. But
dude,
so rewarding though.
We got but we'll have to find some other way because my thumbs were for a week. I was like,
and then it's even worse when they snap because I had like 4 or 5 of them snap and almost slice my thumb open.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, this thin glass.
That's what I'm saying. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, it got me a couple
times. You know,
and then it's a perfume. It's perfume in it, so it's got perfumer's alcohol, so immediate burn.
Oh boy!
The wound is cleansed and it smells amazing as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
only thing missing is cauterizing the wound.
Yeah, exactly.
You kill the bacteria immediately.
Yes. Yeah. We cannot wait to get these bottles to you. You don't even know. This is the whole point of it all.
Rick said, Daneem, stop kicking Justin from the screen.
That is just very inconsiderate of you, man. I'm playing.
Oh, no.
So I thought George didn't want to do a continuous line. I thought he just wanted to do a one and done with the ZED creators. We did. We did a one and done the first go round, and this is going to be another one and done. One and done meaning it's one run, one batch.
Yes. Yeah, this is not a continuation of the originals because those are gone.
Okay.
And then George says, poor Ross, torture chamber.
So I heard him, he said is later down the line, he wants to do it again, maybe in 2025, something like.
Well, what he said in that live stream was there's potential down the road.
There's
of
potential.
Maybe bringing him back or something like that. It depends on the future because he's opening up France completely here in the next year. Plus all the stuff because he's got over 2 years worth of fragrances lined up already.
Whoa.
And more stuff constantly being made by Claude. So he's got a lot going on. He's got his leather goods coming. He's got spirits coming, which he has mentioned before. Mm-hmm. He's still got the expansion with the tobacco.
Yes.
So he's a busy man. He's opening other markets too. He's opening Italy soon. Whoa. So there's a lot going on. So it all depends on how everything goes.
Yeah.
You know.
Looking like.
And I highly doubt I'll get a mean text for that one because that's all things he has said publicly.
Yes, exactly. And George, you're exactly right. And that's what it is. We're so grateful to, see this to completion. And completion is putting these things together, boxing them up and shipping them off. And that is amazing because each one of you supported us and we want to physically show that back by sending your bottles.
You're physically getting our positive vibes and energy through every single purchase, especially that first round, because obviously we're not there for every package after that. But all the personalization of like when we see it's somebody we know, like Denim, for example, when Justin goes to pack your order, he's going to know it's you, and there's going to be a special personalized message for you on your card, not something generalized. Whereas we're going to sign a bunch of cards for after we leave, those will be more generalized. But for those that get their orders in for this pre-sale, that's who's going to get the most out of the experience. Basically,
really excited.
As are we. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff we have to do, and it's long days. Because on top of that, you know, we're content creators, and I'm a slave driver when it comes to us shooting content when we get together. I stay on them, so we're going to be shooting content on top of that. So it's a long week, but boy, at the end of it, it's a feeling that you can't really get doing anything else because it's such a unique experience. Yeah,
and then it's all the anticipation, like who's going to get the first bottle. Like
who's gonna do the first review on it?
Yeah, look, that's the thing. It's like who's gonna make the first post is what it comes down to, because you know you're gonna see it on IG before you see it anywhere else, or Facebook too.
Yep. Oh yeah, can't wait. Cannot wait.
Hey George, bottle 238 here, so that must be from the initial 500 of Signature Pour On.
Oh, okay.
Back when they used to be numbered. I forgot what number mine is. I got one of the first 5. Justin, you got one of the first 500.
I do. I don't remember the number, but yeah, I do.
I want to say mine's 3 something. I don't remember exactly.
I got my eye on
these new ones. Well, it all depends. Like I said, it all depends on what the future holds. Like I said, George has a lot of stuff going on, and if he deems it as something we'll do later, then it's a discussion we'll have, and it'll happen, you know? It's not like he's going to get pushback from us.
No. Oh yeah.
See, George, you're very welcome. George being very active in the chat. He must be done with the gym. Considering he's typing so much, he must be driving with his knee. You know what I'm talking about, Justin.
Yes. Yes, I do.
And now I'm going to get another nasty text.
Oh boy.
This was the first batch that went out. So yeah, he's being very active in there. But guys, I appreciate everybody for being here. We've done about an hour and a half. Nima, thank you so much for jumping on. It was nice to have you
pleasure.
For a little while. Yeah. Justin, I wish you wouldn't have had such a nightmare with connection problems, but I'm glad you kept coming back so you can stick around.
No one was counting.
I should have kept count. I didn't think about it.
I wish I did. It would have been ridiculous. But you can count on the playback.
Yeah.
And for anybody watching this currently, or anybody that happens to see this in the playback, definitely check out both their channels. If for some reason you're not subscribed to Justin, or this is the first time you're seeing Denim, definitely check them out. Like I said, I have their channels tagged down in the description. Share this video with somebody that you think would enjoy it. Make sure you have notifications turned on so you always catch the new videos coming out. Check out my collab with Justin and Andrea from yesterday. Check out my review from today. Hell, check out all of the videos for all 3 people you see on screen. Show some love if you appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
But gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for doing this with me. George, thank you for jumping on for a little bit. Thank you, everybody in the chat.
Thank you, guys.
Get your pre-orders in while you can if you want that personalized experience.
Do it.
Yeah.
Don't miss.
We'll catch you next time.
Take care, guys.
Y'all have
Peace. Bye.